Good morning, everybody. It is the Savagestacker. All right, so first and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for coming by the old YouTube channel. If you wouldn't mind, go down there and give it a big old thumbs up. That'd be highly appreciated. All right, with gold and silver prices on the rise, we are starting to see a whole lot of fake coins. And I talked to my coin shop the other day, and they were like, we are seeing an abundance of fake gold and silver coins. He pulled out a box that he has saved up over the last year. I seen that box about 4 months ago, and it was, I don't know, probably an inch deep full of fake coins. A lot of them were Morgan silver dollars, and quite a few bars, and some eagles and stuff like that. All fake gold coins and silver coins. And I looked at it the other day, and it was double. Now, about an inch deep of this little box he had was over the last few years. Now it's double that in 4 months. So there is a lot more fakes coming through to coin shops and all that. And he has a Sigma, and they literally, I've sold him stuff before. They literally test everything before they buy it, and they don't only use a Sigma, they use multiple different things to check and see if things are real. So they don't just rely on one thing. And somebody came and hit me up recently and asked me to do a little thing on one of their products. And I thought, you know what, I would love to do that, especially because I get hit up a lot by a lot of different people, a lot of different companies trying to get me to put their commercial in my videos or stuff like that. And I'm sure a lot of you out there, if you're over like 1,000 or 1,500 subscribers, you're getting the same people hit you up. But a lot of times they don't pertain to metals, and I always turn them down. But once in a while, somebody comes along that are stackers and they're in this business as well, and they come up with something that is pretty cool. And I have seen these products right here on Amazon, and they're a pretty cool little product. I'd never used one before, but I have been playing with them. He sent me a couple of giveaway. I've been playing with them a few weeks, probably 3 weeks now, and they're pretty cool. I'll show you what they are, and you probably have seen them before. Let me get this out of the way. These are called balances. Boom, right here. We got one for gold and one for silver. And I do have a little pros and cons sheet right here that I've made up over the last couple of weeks. And there's some pros and there are some cons just with anything. And he is going to help out the channel, so I want to be upfront about that. But at the same time, I will give an honest review on a product because that's how I get down. And, you know, you guys are my people, and if somebody comes at me, I want to make sure that I'm giving you accurate and information and what I really think about something. And I don't really do this with stuff on my channel, but I like this. It has to do with metals, and I think it's important to have more than one tool. I love the pocket pinger. It is great. It works with the app pretty good. Not always good, and they have changed it. Now you got to pay for the app versus before you had a free version and a non-paid version. So now you got to pay for it. So, you know, it's one of those things. And but I think it's important to have multiple tools in your pocket to test for gold and silver to make sure that they're real, because there's nothing worse, and it has happened to me, getting some gold that is fake, getting to the house and testing it, and you're like, oh my God, your heart sinks. You just get super just bummed out. Now you got to drive back, waste gas and time, and you're just thinking, oh, is he going to play games? Are they going to not, let me trade it out? Like am I going to get stuck with this? And usually a coin shop is really, really, apologetic, and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe that slipped through. And they take it right back and usually give you a little bit on the top for the old hush hush, right? Well, it's always good to be able to authenticate things and on your own before you even leave the coin shop. And I do it every time I'm there. I have them put it on the Sigma before I walk out the door. Even though I know that they use the Sigma, I still have them put it on there before I walk out the door. But if you buy metals from, say, eBay or from somebody in a parking lot off, you know, they used to do that. There's a little app that you can buy metal, you know, buy from people, and I'd meet up with them, and I'd have a magnet or I'd paint it, right? And that isn't always the best way, you know. It's good to have some other way to test your metals before you buy them. So these work in a few different ways, and it's pretty accurate. So with a silver eagle here, you can take this, you find where it says, okay, eagle there, but on here it's that's this one right here. So you checked it, and look at that, it fits in there, no wobble at all. So you know that the diameter is correct. And you check it here, fits in there, there's no wobble, there's no room, it's pretty good. Now if you put it in like a, right here, it won't fit, right? You go over here, where does that one say? Cruz, won't fit. Won't fit, that one's a Britannia, won't fit. But the Eagle, it fits perfect. And there's no room in there, so you know that the width is correct. And then another way to check here is if you put that on there, and there's a little grooves for different size coins. If it tips, it's real, right? So, and another thing to check is see if it fits in there, right? You know, that's another way to check it. And it has different little step downs for different size coins. And it is a balance, so it's checked at like, 1 ounce. And if it tips, it's real. So multiple ways to check and see if your metals are real right there. Then also you can add, and then if you got your pocket pinger, you can check that, which I don't even know where mine's at the moment. So if you use this right here, this balance, test your ping and see how it sounds. And you used your magnet. And on silver, if it's nice and slow, it's nice and slow, it just kind of creeps on there, doesn't stick, doesn't just slide right off. With all those little things right there, then you will know that your eagle is real. So this is another tool to use in your arsenal to make sure that you have real products. Now we'll do the gold right here, which I don't like taking my gold out of the capsules ever. I never do. So we got a nice 1 ounce eagle here. Put it in there and it flips. So we know that it's real there, or it's saying it's good there. It fits in that thing perfectly. So the size is right. It has a little tiny bit of, but for the most part, it's in there like perfect. Now, we'll check the next thing. I want to be careful. I don't like taking my gold out of there. Okay, we find that. We got the eagle right there. So check diameter, check width, weigh coin by putting it on there for them to scale on the balance. So we'll check the width. Fits in there. Just perfect. Thickness, then we'll check the width. Just perfectly in there. Just barely touches. It's just bright. If I get it in there straight on the side, you can't see through there, which is nice. So and it sticks just tiny bit at this one spot where it's supposed to, just touched. And then the width, right, I already did that, nice and perfect. So that works great. So then the magnet test does not work on there, but you can ping it and all that as well. And you have more things in your arsenal to know if you got real gold. So we'll try Let's try a maple here on this one. Maple leaf right there. Fits in there just perfect, just barely snug. There's no room on there, right? Doesn't move around. And we'll check. It's hard to do this behind the camera here. The width. Nice and snug. Yeah, let's put it in something else. Philharmonic. See, there's a little room in that one. Kangaroo. Doesn't even fit in there. Doesn't even fit. The maple slides in there perfectly. And the width is perfect. Now let's try to balance this thing. Fits in there nice and perfect, and boom, voila. Just barely flips up. I mean, it just barely, you can almost get it to like balance, like perfectly. So that we can pretty much trust that the kangaroo, or I mean the maple leaf is real. Now a lot of these coins, not the eagle, you know, they have security features already. You know, if you see that, the little thing right there with the date in it, super small, or the radial lines in here, you can count how many there's supposed to be in between the D and an A, right? You usually tell that they're real with the maple leaves, but the eagles are a little bit harder. They're trying to get better at that. But, you know, with all these little things, the pocket pinger and the magnet test and this balance right here, with all this in your arsenal, you could usually feel pretty good about your purchase. And that's why I like these right here. Here we go. Let's get into the pros and the cons real quick. It's accurate on 1 ounce gold and silver. It works for these specific coins, and we'll get into that as far as cons in a second. But on the ones that it advertises on here, kangaroo, maple leaf, Philharmonic, Britannia, right? This one has Asahi buffalo rounds. It has that one on there, so it's good. It's got some rounds on there, very popular size and round. Got the eagle, and then I'm not sure on this side anywhere, no. And coin should not tip on this side. So let's try that out real quick. So it doesn't tip, and just barely. You can see that it's just right there. So it doesn't tip on that side. It does tip on this side. The width, diameter is correct. Now let's try the maple. Maple, it does tip on that side. Flip it over. Does not tip it on that side. So that checks with weight, diameter, width. Works pretty good right here. So that looks fantastic. Let's see, does that have it over here on the gold? I don't think the gold is the same way. I don't see it. Okay, it doesn't say for that. But we got a gold maple leaf on here, Philharmonic, buffalo, kangaroo on this side. And this side right here, eagle and Krugerrand. And you can go and check these out at goldcoinbalance.com, and they also have them on Amazon as well. So I think these are a great little tool right here, and we're going to get into the pros and the cons right now. So I keep getting sidetracked. Here we go. Pros. It's accurate on 1 ounce gold and silver. It's portable, easy to store, low cost, and affordable. It's an extra tool to check your authenticity and another tool for your arsenal. If you have a few different tools in your arsenal, chances are you can feel pretty safe about buying gold and silver. If you don't have a Sigma or don't want to lug one around, they do have a small size now you can bring with you that uses an app on your phone. But that thing is like $2,000 or $2,500. It is expensive. So if you can't afford that, like right now everything's expensive, but if you can't afford that and you'd rather buy another ounce of gold with it instead of buying a new Sigma Pro, and you need something in your arsenal, pocket pinger plus this balance plus a magnet, and I think you'll be pretty safe if you're buying 1 ounce gold or silver, which gets me into my cons. Cons, it only works on 1 ounce of gold and silver. Now with silver, that's fine, right? But with gold, gold is expensive. People are buying a lot of fractional right now. So there's no way to test on this thing. Say, I should have had this pulled out already, but I didn't. A 1/4 ounce eagle, right? And maybe that is something I will talk to them about. Maybe we can figure out a way to get one for fractional. That would be fantastic, right? Another con here is it works with government minted bullion pretty much only. No bars, nothing like that. So there is one thing on here for the Asahi buffalo rounds, right? And most of those buffalo rounds are the same size. But not all of them, but some of them, as far as the brands go. So it works pretty much only on government minted bullion, which is the most popular, which is the most of the fakes out there are government minted bullion fakes. And so if you're looking for government minted bullion, I think having a set of these right here would be really good. And they're not that expensive, so you can buy both and you'll be set up. So I like these. Just another weapon in the arsenal against fraudulent gold and silver. Nobody wants to get fakes, and so I don't want to counterfeit gold in my stack. I make sure that I don't, and this is another way to make sure that you don't buy fake gold or silver. All right. It's not a foolproof way to check authenticity, and nothing really is. You need to know what you're doing, and you need to know if you have multiple things in your arsenal, usually you can be pretty safe, right? The only way to really know is if you have a Sigma or the other, whatever that other machine is, the VFR, I think it is. If you have those, then you know for sure what the metal is and all that, but those things are expensive. 25 grand for one machine, 2 to 3 grand for another machine. No one has that. So if you got one of these balances, a pocket pinger, a magnet, and I think you'll be pretty safe if it checks all the boxes, and you'll feel pretty good about confident that your stuff is real. So that's another good thing. I think it's another good tool to have in your arsenal. So I would go check it out. You can go check this out at goldandsilverbalance.com, and I also have a link as well for Amazon that I will put down in the description. These things are pretty cool. Let's check out this kangaroo, which I've never pulled out of the capsule, and I do not like taking the gold out of the capsule. All right, boom. Okay, it does that, checks that box. All right, here's the flip. Be careful, Savage. Don't knock it onto the ground. All right, let's find the kangaroo. There we go. Fits in there perfectly. Fits in there nice and perfect and just barely snug. No shaking around. We'll check the width. Perfect. No shaking around, just fits in right in there, perfect. The maple is a little bit bigger. Philharmonic's too small because they're a much bigger coin. And Buffalo is a much wider coin as well. A little bit wider, not much. They're pretty close to the kangaroo. But yeah, the kangaroo fits in there perfect. It's just barely snug. You can hear the reeds in there. And then yeah, this is a pretty good little thing here, dude. I like these. These are, I can't tell you. I've brought fake gold home twice, and my gut it just sank. It just sank on me. Now let's see. I don't think this does the flip thing where it won't do it on the other side. Yeah, it doesn't do it. Only on the silver, because I think they try to make it to where it could do more coins. So they didn't do the offset to where it won't flip on one and will flip on the other. So yeah, these are pretty cool. I've been playing around with it for, I don't know, 2 weeks now. And another cool thing is he sent me extras. So I have some extras to give away. I don't know where I put them. Where did I put that package? Anyways, yeah, so I will set it up to where you guys can win a set of these, and I'll do a set. I'm not going to do one gold, one silver, because, you know, I'll do a set. So you have a chance to win a set. So I will figure out a way to do that in the future. Probably going to do another video and refer you back to this video to leave a comment, and I'll do a comment picker or something like that, and you guys can win a set of these. So go check out the link in the description, goldandsilverbalance.com, and these are pretty cool little product. All right, thank you everybody for coming by. It is the Savagestacker. Remember to hit that bell icon to get updated on my latest videos. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Savagestacker's over and out. Stop it if you want.